All right, welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the back nine coverage of the Next Gen National Championships. We have the MPO lead card, day one, round two, and we are back here once again at Flat Creek.
Oh, Flat Creek Winery and Disc Golf Course, what a wonderful place it is. Established back in 2001, won coveted state honors for their wine in 2010. Even more recently, an award for their Super Texan 2015. This place is awesome with venues for anything that you can think of. Bistro, complete with a wine diva, wine tasting. Just tour the facilities with Phil and you'll find all of this out.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely one of the tour spots you want to hit up when you're out here in Austin, Texas.
And how often do you get to go to a Hawk design course and play it?
Exactly. So if you get the chance, definitely take advantage of it. So here we are back with Mr. Cox, Mr. Hill, Mr. Tribbett, Mr. Nicholson, and Mr. Childress. Jonathan, blazing hot start on the front nine. 9 down through 9. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yes, that's how I try to start all my rounds.
So here we are with hole 10 starting off. This is a par 5, 770.
Yeah, it just rises the whole way.
Low-hanging branch off the tee that you want to try and avoid, which claims an early victim there. Okay, that one's turned over a little bit there.
You got sneaky.
525 easily.
Yeah. Still have a play from that area there.
It's hard to say what the ideal landing area is. It's definitely not in the ravine. But it's so hard to get to the next, to the top of the ravine on the other side because you have to start out so low.
Yeah, this is a very demanding tee shot, and that one clips a late tree as well. The ideal line is really just a straight to flat shot there, or even a flip up to flat shot that just finishes at the end. This looks okay if it finishes. And again, there you see, it's still kind of sketchy there.
Yeah. Jonathan here, trying to recover from that first shot.
Heads up. Nope. Okay.
The spotters were not spotting.
High forehand line. This may be a little too high.
No, I'm using the fairway. That's where you want to land. You want to continue moving down this field and then work over to the right where the basket is.
Now, just as in the front nine, we are still dealing with quite a bit of wind, which is affecting a lot of these shots. That's a great out there from that ditch area.
Mathew throws it into the ground. I saw the little window he was trying to come through, but it was a window. There was a ceiling and a floor, so.
Nice forehand upshot here from Jonathan, trying to work his way down towards the green.
And look at that.
Very nicely done. Mathew with another forehand. This looks a lot better.
That's a lot gooder.
Absolutely. So he's inside the circle.
Forehand seems to be the play for everyone. Oh, Colby let that one go low.
And another forehand. With this green, it's really only attackable with a forehand. There's not really a hyzer backhand play. Very nice touch there.
Yeah, and even with the turnover, you still got those branches hanging over the basket that just makes it, ooh.
And that's kind of why you want to go forehand. There's a drop-off back there behind the basket.
That ravine continues over behind the basket.
Manages to pitch back up. I'll have an easy tap in. Mathew here. Centers that one.
See what Jonathan does. Of course he taps it in. It's going to put him at 10 under.
Casey with the drop in.
Wait, is it? I don't remember.
I believe that was a birdie for Jonathan.
Yes, it was. Wait, was it a par 4 or par 5?
It was a par 5.
Ooh, yeah, man, that's impressive there. Yep, 10 under. 10 under through 10.
Poison Ivy's itchy rash ruins the best day outdoors. Zanfel gives immediate relief, washes away the toxin, stops the horrific itch. Safe for kids and pets. No downtime. Got Poison Ivy? Get Zanfel. It works.
Thank you, Zanfel, for being one of the sponsors of the Next Gen Tour, and I can personally attest Zanfel works very, very well.
All right, we have hole 11 here. It's a par 3 coming in at 265. Basically, you got to get through this window here and then finish to the right. To the left.
There is a ceiling.
There is a ceiling.
Which Casey has found. Yeah. You can see it's kind of an archway of tree limbs. They kind of line this fairway all the way down, and this looks too high.
Yeah, that's high too.
Yeah. So ideally, you just want to get something. It's only 265, but really, these guys are throwing fairway drivers at this because of that low ceiling. They need that carry
and that speed to continue moving forward.
Exactly. So you can see it's kind of getting the better of some of these guys here.
See what Jared makes out of it.
Might be a little early.
Oh,
he gets a friendly rollout, though.
Yeah.
Mathew with a long jumper.
And I can guarantee he was running that.
Yeah, that fence line back there is the end of the property there. But you can take relief from it, as it is considered OB if you go beyond it.
Casey there with a nice little up.
Long look here.
Oh, yeah, Colby. Just drain it.
Colby continuing the hot putting in the front nine. He was banging home quite a few outside the circle putts, and
I just need the highlight reel, not
just continues doing so on the back. Taking his meter in is Mathew. Is that another birdie?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a couple of pars and 3 birds. It's great to see that Jared has worked his way back from that 7 that he took early on.
So this hole 12 is a par 3, 212 feet downhill. The card, which was the chase card right ahead of these guys, actually saw an ace from Mr. Klein.
I saw it too, but I wasn't recording.
Mr. Klein, sponsored by this man. He's 17 years old. And really putting on a show. Really good line here by Mr. Tribbett. Settles nicely. And I believe this is the Justice once more here for Casey. Just gets it over that tree limb.
Ooh, just in front of the basket. Trying to have some back-to-back card aces here.
Mathew floating one nicely. Nice subtle touch.
Putt.
Yep.
There Colby is banging another one. Mathew puts his in. Ooh, got a little scary there.
Almost sneaked out.
Casey puts his in.
He's looking at a possible star frame here. 2 more to go.
Jared taps his in, and Jonathan basically just tosses his in there. So that's a nice star frame there we have.
Very well played by the lead card here. That's something you really want to get that hole, especially if you're on the lead card.
It's strange to get that hole and still lose strokes to another card.
Right? So hole 13, a par 3, low ceiling, 316 feet. Going with a roller here is Jonathan. Curls up a little early.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you're going to get that down with that ceiling. Yeah. That's a flippy disc.
All right, we have Colby here going with a forehand route.
Oh, slips on the pad.
I can't tell if that was before his throw or like right at his release, but he still gets something out there.
And he's okay, which is the most important thing. Trying the hyzer
Jared
line.
going,
There's a window.
a little high.
There's a way.
Wow. Someone said there's a window. I didn't believe him, but
That was kind of the running gag, is if there's a window, there's a way. Going high, forehand with a hyzer, but clipped.
Needed to be out just a little bit more if he's going to take that line. There is a line there.
Mathew trying that same
window.
window.
Didn't make it. It was closed.
So he's going to have a forehand upshot here to try to get to the green. Got quite a few trees to beat at the end here. This is a pretty protected green.
But that was an amazing shot.
Absolutely. Very well played.
Casey trying his hand in the forehand. Got to assume that's a justice.
I believe so. Nice and beefy. Yeah, that's his justice. A little further back.
Yeah. May have a little obstructed putt with that tree.
Jonathan kind of saw that one off.
But he still be able to salvage something.
Yeah, he managed to miss that last set of trees.
Colby just sliding up. See what Jared does here. Has a run at 2.
Giving it a bid.
Oh, just underneath.
This green has, you could see some tilt and angle to it. Just short. Thankfully, it sat right down.
Yeah.
That's kind of the theme here at Flat Creek. You've got a lot of low ceiling shots. You've got a lot of greens that are pretty treacherous. So it tests you from tee to basket. Nicely done there by Mathew.
Colby puts his in. Casey and Jared will tap in for his par. Drop in for his par.
So Casey, the only one taking a bogey there. Nothing wrong with the par on that hole with that ceiling. It is a tough get for sure to try to secure a birdie.
All right, hole 14 is a par 4 coming in at 606. Main objective is just to get out as far as you can into this field and then work your way toward the green.
Jonathan go there with an Annie with his Raider. On a nice line. And really these guys are trying to go over this tree line.
Yes.
This is nice and high. Fading nicely. Right in the middle.
There you go.
Most of these guys with their arm and their distance shouldn't have a problem getting out into the field far enough to give them an easy approach to secure a 3.
Yeah, because really the drive is just get out to the field. The money's going to be made on their approach shot.
Absolutely. This is a 2-shot hole at 606 feet, but really the approach almost becomes more important than the drive.
That's a good line. That's a good line.
This is crushed out there by Mathew. Very nice drive. And he's put himself maybe about 200 feet out.
I was wondering what Casey was going to do.
Going big high forehand, but he's turned this over and there's a little bit of wind out there.
Fight.
Oh, that wind is taking it. That wind is taking it.
Whoa.
It tried to fight out, but it was too far gone.
Luckily he didn't get too far in.
Whoa.
He's got the roller out.
Hit a little foliage coming out too.
Settles nicely. Hope he should be able to get up and down there to save his par.
All right, let's see all these approach shots. This is where the money is.
Nice and wide. Good angle.
Oh, well, just put it on the rocks.
Jeez, perfect. Colby going wide as well.
Get in.
Giving it a run. Settling. Oh, he should be okay there.
It's a little slope there, so the basket will be above him.
Mathew, nice high spike angle.
Yeah.
Very nice touch. And he had the advantage, like I said, really getting down there on the drive gave him a much easier putter approach.
Jonathan was just a little further than him. Let's see what he does. I think he missed what he wanted, but he still can salvage that birdie there.
The jump layup here. Nice touch there by Casey.
And the basket being up didn't affect his putt at all.
And Colby keeps that hot putter going. Jonathan here for a bird. Absolutely.
Puts it in.
Piece of cake.
13 down through 14.
He's putting together a monstrous round. This is going to be... He continues on this pace. He's on pace to shoot something like a 1040 or 1050 round at this point. possibly even hotter. So you see, like I said, this open field, you want to secure a 3 there if you can. Casey taking the 4. And a big thank you to Legacy Disc for their support. We're moving on to hole 15. Par 3 at 357 feet. This is an island hole. So these guys are shooting downhill towards a flagged island.
Parked as usual.
In?
The play is usually that big forehand, just kind of let it settle down. Or you can go up the middle with a mid-range, something a little flippy. Colby going with the forehand.
Yeah, the forehand gives you a lot of more space than the backhand with that tree being right there off the tee. Oh,
Off the
wow.
basket. Wow.
Smash the top of this one too.
He was calling for it as soon as he let it go. He's like, in? In? Very nearly. And we had Kevin Jones was down there watching these shots come in, and he gave him the high five for that shot. This looks like it's going to hyzer off. Yep, that's going to be outside of the island, so he's going to proceed to the drop zone.
Mathew doesn't like his.
That looks a little too high and a little too wide.
Oh, it lands
Just
in, but then
outside.
rolls out. Oh, wow.
So even if you
Yeah.
land on the island, you have to maintain inside the island. Otherwise, you proceed to the drop zone, which is really about a 35 to 40 foot putt.
Actually, it's right there at Circle's edge.
Oh, even closer. Okay. This looks like a very good line. Good. Good action.
Oh, good looking shot.
Very nicely done by Casey there. And this is the drop zone here. And he
Oh, yeah.
cashes it in. Saves the par.
You know what? That is a little further out than
Yes, just outside the island. Mathew not able to save his circle 3. A little bit of wind there as he putted. So we'll take the 4. The rest of these guys shouldn't have an issue. Great.
Colby
2 there for
puts
Colby.
in his 2.
Almost a 1.
You always want to hit that 2, especially if you hit the basket off the tee.
Yeah. Nice tap in there for Casey. So there you see, that's a bit of a scoring separator there. A couple of 2s, a 3, a 4. As you're coming down the stretch.
All right, we have hole 16. Here's the par 4. Playing at 544. You see this little window you have to go out here.
Couple of kicks. There's a Mando
Yeah.
right in front of these guys. You see that pink ribbon around that tree indicates Mando to the left of that tree. So you're forced to take this window. Oh, they
Ooh.
clip the tree. It still fights through.
Wow, that is remarkable to hit the tree that early and still make it that far out.
He got it down towards the shoreline there, but he's going to still have an upshot. Let's see. Casey going with the forehand line. It's pretty stable
yeah, we got
disc.
out, yeah.
Good position play there for sure. And Mr. Tribbett going with the backhand. I've noticed that he hasn't really thrown, I don't know if he's thrown any forehands this round. This getting down might cut.
Ooh.
There's an OB area down there, but I think he stayed out. The water line is the OB indicator there. Right up the middle here goes Mathew. Oh. That was just a few inches away from being a really good shot. Good out. Working its way back towards the middle. Mr. Tribbett. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
And Jonathan by this tree. He's going with the hyzer.
Oh, really wide. It's coming back.
And deep.
And it's past the basket.
Threw it into the card ahead of us there. Mathew making sure he doesn't smack his hand on this tree.
It's going out wide too.
This is a Sexton Firebird.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice touch there.
It's a very sexy bird. Casey.
You gotta assume this is another Justice. It's a lot of ground play, but
Yeah,
it settles
yeah.
right before that mud.
You could hear the wind in that shot.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Forehand
clips a
approach.
tree.
Yep. Still got a good amount of distance though. Long jump putt up. Very nicely done.
Yep. See what Colby. Oh.
Gave it a bid.
Oh yeah.
He's fearless. You've got that mud back there. The OB. Jonathan with a downhill look at it.
Just in front of it.
Yeah. But no harm done there.
All right. Casey trying to clean up.
He does.
Colby puts it in. Mathew taps out, as well as Jonathan. And Jared puts his in the basket as well.
So you see a couple of threes, mostly fours. Like I said, that is a tough hole to get. That low ceiling in that Mando.
Yeah, you really have to get out on that tee shot to make it viable. All right, hole 17 is a par 3, 265, and you have some low hanging branches the entire way. Mathew gets into the ground, but it skips and flares and makes his way to circle's edge. Jonathan here is lining up a forehand. And that looks good height and everything.
Oh, it looks like it clipped the inside of that tree, maybe?
Ended up just a little bit short.
It
Hold
is.
on here. There's the shot you want.
Must have been a really good line from the tee for him to yell get in.
And again, going with the backhand is Jared. That's a little high, and that gets knocked down early.
But if there's no window. If there's no window, there's no way.
Lining up the upshot
All
here.
right. Yeah. That'll be a good way to save a par.
Casey with the jumper. Very nice approach.
Yep.
Long look here for a 2 for Jonathan.
Oh,
Come on.
just a little tad bit too much to the right.
What a nice putt there by Mathew.
Gets him a 2. Nice bird.
Casey for the par. Puts it home. And a nice tap in there for Colby for his 2.
And these two are just tapping in their pars.
So Colby quietly is going to get down to double digits as well. I believe that puts him at 10 down for the round.
Yes, that will.
So he's gaining a little ground there on Jonathan.
Poison ivy ruins the best day outdoors.
Honey, careful. I saw poison ivy.
The rash is ugly, itchy, and spreads quickly. Zanfel's your answer. Skip nutty remedies and expensive visits to urgent care. When you get poison ivy, get Zanfel. No side effects. Safe for kids. Zanfel washes away the toxin that causes the itching rash. Complete relief. Zanfel lets the healing begin. Got poison ivy? Get Zanfel. It works.
All right, hole 18. See Kevin Jones hanging out there with these guys.
What do you want? What do you want? I don't know.
About to get in the high fives for a good round. And these guys have survived 2 rounds today on a very cold day with a lot of wind. Round 1 was just torrential rain. So it all comes down to this for them.
All right. Hole 18 has this double water carry, so you have to carry the water off the tee. Then you're going to have to cross back to get to the green. Depending on how well you get off the tee, it will determine if you want to attack the green from that shot or if you want to lay it up to get across.
So it's 528, but it's deceptive because you can't go directly at the basket itself, which is 528 away. So you're really playing this kind of roundabout route to get to the basket itself. And there is OB where that, where you see that line of grapevines and grape trees. Is it grape trees?
No, there should be vines.
Grapevines, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's where raisins come from.
Oh, okay. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. That's right. This needs to settle, and that is in.
That's in there.
So that is OB for Jared. So again, we see a little bit out of position here is Casey, so he's opting for the layup.
The layup, yeah.
And throws a nice hyzer to get himself in position there, and he'll have a nice look at the green from there.
That's basically where you want to be from there.
Jared's got a driver in his hand. He's going for this.
Oh.
Over the top of the tree line.
Yeah.
It needs to clear. Wow.
Clear. It needs to get in the basket if it's going to get that close. That's an awesome shot.
He almost dumps in the birdie from probably 400 plus feet away. This is carrying and dropping. Does it have the legs?
Ooh, just barely. Just barely.
This is that OptoX compass again for Jonathan. This is flipping a little bit on him, and he's going to be safe, I think. Yes. Yeah. So he'll have a long look there for his birdie.
Matthew's going across as well.
Matthew looks like he has the longest drive of the bunch. Needs to beat that tree.
Oh, wow.
I like that disc.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is.
So he opts to bring his shot back towards the top here with that OB rule that's in place for this year, rather than playing it from the downhill slope, which is a smart play. Very
smart. That's where knowing the rules actually comes in your favor.
Nicely done there by Casey.
Jonathan here looking this down and puts it in. What a round. That is correct. That right there would take him to 15 under.
Let's see it from the reverse angle here. Is this jumper is worth another look? It's definitely outside the circle there for Jonathan, so nicely done. Oh, just wide right there for Colby. And he makes the comebacker. Very nicely done.
Yep. Casey. Just a toss in there.
Played it smart and took the par. He was out of position. Didn't want to cost himself any more strokes. And Matthew drops in his.
Get like a distance measure, you know, put both of our discs, and then put just Casey wide.
These guys were having fun with each other the entire round. It was really nice to see. It's a competitive atmosphere, obviously, but these guys are also just kidding around and really having a good time.
All right, so we see Jonathan with the eagle there.
No birdie.
Oh, birdie.
So he finishes with a smoking hot 49. Mr. Childress there behind him. Yeah, 49.
Yeah, that would have been the hot round for the day if it wasn't for Kyle Klein with that birdie, with that eagle. I mean, with that ace. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
he came in with a 47.
Yeah, Kyle Klein with a 47, which I think was like a 1070 rated round.
Yep, 1075.
But Jonathan right behind him with 1053, somewhere there around there.
1057.
1057.
Yeah, still a great round.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us for the second round here. The MPO lead card from Flat Creek. We are Ace Run Productions. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's get excited for some disc golf.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
Today, we'll be talking about the Nuke. The Nuke is a wide-rimmed, fast, maximum distance driver. When throwing on a wide-open course with the Nuke, I'm using it to unleash maximum backhand distance potential. Due to its slim profile and wide rim, the Nuke also fits really well in the hand when throwing sidearms. If I'm looking to throw down some boom sauce, I'm going with the Nuke. You can pick one up at discraft.com or your local disc golf retailer.
Star Wombat 3. This is a new addition to Garrett Gerthy's bag. This is the most utilizable disc that you can make do whatever you want. Throw with the hyzer line low, it'll hold the hyzer. If I throw it with a little hyzer, throw a little high, it pops up straight and holds the line straight. If I throw it for backhand about 60-70% and let it go about 380, 400. I'm gonna be getting a bunch of birdies with this at the World Championships this year.